have overstayed.
No, I haven't. Not
yes,
when I paid.
1 second.
I paid
No.
So unfortunately, you have to stay with us in detention until your flight.
It's a mistake.
I'm not bringing any drugs and I'm not bringing any ammunition out.
Okay, I hear you.
So you're telling me like that?
All right.
You go.
At Heathrow's Terminal 3, the couple carrying 18,000 cigarettes and 27 kilos of tobacco are waiting to hear their fate. Officer Wetherall must tell them they will be put on a plane back to India tonight.
I'm not expecting him to take it particularly badly, to be honest. It may well turn out that he is upset, but at the same time, you can't really argue with, the facts. They've tried to evade over £10,000 worth of duty in the UK. We didn't give them a visa to come here and sell cigarettes, and that's what they're coming here to do. Obviously, you were issued with visitors' visas to come here on holiday. The fact that you have all the cigarettes and tobacco with you, and that you've stated you're intending to sell that, on that basis, we're going to refuse you leave to enter the UK today. We're not going to allow you to come into the country. Legally, we have to send you back on the first available flight, and that's what we're going to do today. There is a flight.
Sorry, if I go there back, they will kill me. With the Indian government, they will kill both of us. They will send me behind the bar. There is too much tension in India. If you not entry for 2 or 3 days here, and you will send me, I don't know. They will kill us.
I explained to you when I was interviewing you that you needed to be fully forthcoming and honest with me. That you needed to tell me the truth. You haven't mentioned anything about that.
No, but sir, if you deport like this, they will kill me. But
Who will kill you?
No, the Indian government, sir.
Just because of the cigarettes?
Too much harassment in India, sir. Please, my wife, they don't release me.
Okay. You made that decision to bring those cigarettes into this country, yeah?
No, but right now
you made that decision, and that was your decision, okay? And as such, you have been refused leave to enter this country and are being returned to India.
No, sir.
There is nothing that can be done. Those are the rules.
If you like do this, I'll kill myself here, sir. Why don't I go there? There's too much trouble over there.
You need to wait here. I'll come back and speak to you in a minute, okay? When I was talking to him, he said, shall I just kill myself now then? And I'm not sure how flippant the remark was. I'm not sure how serious he was. But obviously, if someone in immigration detention is making threats like that, we can't just ignore it, obviously. Sarah's just going to go and have a chat with the passenger now and sort of explain things to him to see whether or not that calms him down.
Listen, okay? As far as the law is concerned, there is no flexibility, okay? Your visas are cancelled and you have to go back to India. If they are still saying that they feel under threat from the Indian authorities, then they need to explain that to us in a bit more detail.
Arrange करेंगे आपको वापस जब जाएंगे नहीं हो सकता इधर visitor हिसाब से.
I will kill myself, but don't go, please.
Right, listen, okay. Is it worth saying things like that? Okay, calm down. Listen. Okay.
And do favor for us, man, please. See, I'm not the first time in London. I'm coming from 8 years to a steam country.
I hear you. I hear you. Listen.
And before my 8 years ago, I didn't do anything wrong in England. But it's my minor mistakes. It's not my.
Yes, it's a mistake.
I'm not bringing any drugs and I'm not bringing any ammunition out.
Okay, I hear you.
So you're telling me like that.
All right.
You go.
So are you telling? Okay. You're getting so upset that I'm thinking that you are much more worried about going back to India because you believe something will happen to you.
The man's claims take the investigation to a new level. Chief Immigration Officer Dyson and Officer Wetherall must make sure the couple understand their options.
The claims that you've made are obviously very serious. I need a decision. These are the options that you have. If you think in your heart of hearts that you will be killed when you return to India, then you have no choice but to claim asylum in the UK. If you are not genuinely in fear of your life, you need to return home to India, and that is a decision that you have to make, okay?
Are we in agreement that you're actually asking for asylum here? Is that what you're asking for, sir? Say yes or no, there's no problem.
Yes.
So you want political asylum here, is that correct?
Give me passport. I will go on counter and I will arrange my for ticket, and then I will take my passport and I will go.
The man's changing demand suggests to the officers that his fear of returning to India is not genuine.
I've given you options. We've discussed things at great length. Make your decision, and we will process that decision.
When you will give me
Make
passport?
your decision now, okay?
Just please.
First option is you go back to India tonight, and I get the officer to speak to the airline and ask the captain if he will give you your passports back, okay, so that you can quietly present them yourself. The next option is you tell me that you're in fear of your life and you want asylum. We will listen to your claim for asylum. It will be processed properly and heard fairly, but you'll be detained until the outcome. The third option is you tell me that you don't want asylum, okay, but you won't go tonight quietly. Then I will have no option, okay, to arrange escorts for you. 2 people who will go with both of you, maybe even 4 people who will go with both of you, and you'll be in handcuffs and you will go back tomorrow.
आपने जाना है?
जाना है ना?
They want to go.
The passengers have said that they will go on the flight as long as they can be reunited with their passports to go home. So I was just checking that the airline are okay to give them their passports so they can arrive in India as normal arriving passengers.
They've been refused entry because their visas are not valid for the purpose for which entry was sought, i.e. coming to sell goods. And I just want to satisfy myself that they'll be treated okay when they get to India. They've not been convicted of anything, it's just that their visas are not valid for this purpose. Okay, so I would like them to be treated okay, yeah?
It's been 8 hours since the tobacco smugglers were caught by customs. Their deal with immigration means the only thing the Indian authorities will know is that they were refused entry to Britain because they changed the purpose of their visit.
He actually asked me if I was going to deport him. And I said, well, I don't know what will happen yet. Just, bear with me and answer my questions.
The passenger is desperate to be heard. He wants Officer Lee to investigate his college.
Please give me justice. I am a real student. I am a hard worker.
Sir,
Yeah.
justice is a big word, all right? So you have to bear in mind that I have to follow the rules.
Yes, you have followed the rules, but the college has given me a deceit to me.
That's kind of interesting, isn't it? He's claiming that the college is bogus in that he was attending when he was meant to attend and they were not running classes. Now, they've said to us immediately, we rang them, he's never attended. The problem he's got is he stayed here for 6 months without doing any, appearing to do nothing, and is now saying he's coming back to find another college. So either he's not being completely honest or the college is fibbing.
Officer Lee must find out who is telling the truth. It seems the college is sticking to its guns, backing up its claims in writing.
What I have here is a fax from the college which says that he enrolled on a 12-month course for an advanced diploma in business admin, which should have commenced last March 2008. They claim to have written to him concerning his poor attendance, but they never received any response, and so they've removed him from their register, which essentially means he has no place to study. So now we need to get to the bottom of his allegations as well. Mr. Qureshi?
And to make sure his allegations are understood, the passenger has asked for an interpreter.
How long did you attend the college for?
On and off jata raha us college.
For 6 months I went on and off. And they didn't teach anything there.
Fees le li thi.
And they took my tuition fees off me.
How much did you pay them?
£1,600.
£1,600.
Okay. We spoke to your college and they gave us this.
उन्होंने ये फैक्स भेजा था, ठीक है? मैं पढ़ के बताऊं?
हाँ. तो मैं इनके कॉलेज जाता या पढ़ाई नहीं होती.
He said, I'm saying to you, you investigate this college.
और मैंने इनका कोई लेटर रिसीव नहीं किया.
There are absolutely no classes that go on, and I haven't received any letter from them.
Okay, the difficulty I have is that you were here for 6 months and you did nothing about this college.
ख़त्म ही ना करा दे.
They had my money.
और ये मुझसे ज़्यादा पैसे और मांग रहे थे.
And they were asking me for more money. I didn't have any further access to any funds, and I was afraid that they were going to report me to the Home Office and remove me.
When you arrived today, you told me that you were coming back to continue your studies and that you would take exams in March. Why would you say that if you're not going to attend that college?
Study करूँगा ये मुझे ना रोके.
Eventually, I would have enrolled at a different college, but in the meantime, I didn't want to be stopped by immigration.
So you lied?
हाँ जी मैम.
Yes, I did.
So you sought to secure your entry to the UK by employing deception?
करता और मैं क्या
If I had no money, I had no other way.
सारी लाइफ मेहनत पे गुजरी है।
I've always worked hard.
मेरे फादर किडनी के ट्रांसप्लांट पेशेंट हैं।
My father's a kidney transplant patient.
और my mother is old.
And my mother is old.
मैं उनका अकेला बेटा हूँ।
I'm their only son.
मेरे बाप को हार्ट अटैक हो जाएगा।
He goes, in any sense, I'm not going to go back because my father will have a heart attack.
क्योंकि मुझे वो बर्बाद मत करें, मेहरबानी करें।
He's saying, don't ruin me, help me.
If the passenger is to avoid being sent back home, he needs Officer Lee to believe his allegations
Follow me.
and to accept that he's here to find a new college. Officer Lee refers the case to Chief Immigration Officer Sarah Dyson.
He can't explain why in the 6 months that he was here before going to Pakistan, he has made no serious attempt to re-enroll or to find another college.
Well, I mean, I think just by doing that impacts on his credibility, doesn't it? And whilst he says, no, this college are just taking money off me, they've never provided me with any lessons, I don't think that's a good enough argument.
No.
And also he lied. As soon as he got to the desk out there, he gave a complete rubbish story,
Just
didn't
to secure
he?
his entry.
To secure his entry.
Yeah.
So you have to question his intentions, don't you?
Yeah. Hey sir, I need to have a chat with you, okay? Come with me. Okay, my Chief Immigration Officer has decided that we are going to cancel your visa. This is because we're not satisfied that you have been making any attempt to study in the UK. And that you lied when you came to the desk on arrival, yeah?
Please help me.
I can't do anything, sir, okay? The rules are there for a reason. I can't just permit you to come into the UK as a student because you're not a student. You never have been. You must understand the reason why we have to enforce the rules. It's hard to say whether he's been a victim or not from the fact that he maintained throughout the interview that he'd paid money in good faith and had not received what he'd paid for, but he may well have been a victim. The minute we then contact the college concerned, it could be that they didn't want us investigating them, so they've denied all knowledge of him. Who's to say who's telling the truth and who isn't? It's just the bare facts are that he didn't study when he was given a visa to study. That's why it's been cancelled.
The passenger was detained overnight and put on a flight back to Pakistan the next day. Officer Lee handed the information about the suspected bogus college over to colleagues in the investigation team. Chief Dyson isn't impressed with his record as an overstayer and wants to know more about his route into London via Dublin.
Okay, what's going to happen is I have referred your case.
I see this. I come here on a vacation and I'm being,
victimised?
Anything you want to use, any word you want to
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
But the Antiguan still denies he overstayed last time, despite Home Office evidence saying otherwise.
I come here very often. I leave on time. I never overstay.
But stop.
No, I never.
Stop now. You have overstayed.
No, I haven't. Not when I paid.
1 second.
I paid
1 second. No. You have.
They're the one that
no.
held on to my
Hold on.
passport.
The thing about it is, you have overstayed.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
Where?
When you came in 2006, you overstayed.
How? I didn't do nothing wrong. All I did was paid my money just like y'all asked me to do and asked us to stay for an extension time. But that was legally. I didn't try to overstay. Sorry, ma'am. I've done everything and been nice about this, but this is like being too much now. I'm sorry. I can't help for this.
Right, I just need you to tell me about your routine that's got everybody baffled. Why would you fly to Dublin?
Was the
What's the
cheapest
point
way
of doing
at the
all of
time,
that?
my darling.
How is that cheaper than going from...
It came up cheap. It came up
That's just...
cheap.
Do you understand that you wouldn't have seen an immigration officer at Gatwick if you had gone in that method?
No.
What do you mean no?
I don't know about that. I'm sorry.
No? He seems genuine enough, not knowing about the routine and passing through immigration and that. And if he's lying, he's a good liar.
The man has convinced Officer Charles that his route to London via Dublin was merely a cheap ticket and nothing else.
He's quite adamant.
The case is now creating some doubt between Officer Charles and her boss.
Right, but that's not the issue for me.
I'm afraid I think I'd like him refused.
How are you?
What do you think?
And that's to be quite honest, I don't know. I'm for what Matt is saying, and I can understand where he's coming from. But it just doesn't sit well with me at the moment. It doesn't. I mean, he's given me the reasons why, and I can understand his reasons why. It doesn't mean I have to be happy about it. But I can't be sort of like 100% sure that I'm making the right decision.
Chief Dyson wants to see the man for himself. He will tell the Antiguan that he's being refused entry. At least, that's his plan.
To be honest, it's not looking that good. I need to be straight with you.
Yes.
You're going to be refused entry, okay? Now what I'm here to do is explain how you can come back in the future without having these issues and these problems. Because obviously if you've got a girlfriend here, you want to visit her, you don't want this happening, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
So I'm not going to see my girlfriend today?
No, well, let me finish.
What am I doing wrong? Or what can I do to make it better? That I don't like this sort of
Okay. How would you gauge your relationship? Would you say your relationship is the type that is leading to something a little more serious?
Yes, it is leading to something.
Right. I mean, are we talking, the M word here?
Yes,
at some
yes,
point?
yes.
Okay. So if it is the stage where you think it's time that you are moving in on a step, there's a fiance's entry clearance, which allows you to come here, get married, apply to remain. I'm going to give you this couple of days temporary admission, okay? I'm quite comfortable with that.
Okay, thank you. To be honest with you, it's okay. I know I haven't done anything wrong, so I'm not panicking.
Mr. Michael, I think I have no issue with you as a person. And to give you credit, having spoken to you, I have again looked at the decision in my head. I can't change it, but I am aware of a few more factors, okay? And I hope to see you again. Okay? Much as he's a lovely man, I still think his circumstances outweigh his charm, because he's definitely a charming man. And I am prepared to give him temporary admission.
The chief has given him 2 days temporary admission to see his girlfriend, after which he must return home.
No, thank you.
At least forgive me at least a couple of days. It's better than sitting in there.
No, that's not an issue. No.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you all.
Yes.
2 days later, he came back, armed with more paperwork, stating business reasons to keep to his original return date.
Right now, we're just short of that right now.
A lot of the things he'd supplied did go quite some way to filling in the gaps that we had. So on balance of probabilities, I decided that now I was willing to overturn my own decision and allow him entry. He was landed.
Anyone visiting the UK with a record as an overstayer faces an uphill battle proving their credibility. But this man's perseverance paid off, and he was granted entry to the UK for his full holiday.
Good luck, okay?
Alrighty.
Today at passport control is immigration officer Sheetal Patel.
Hi there. Travelling alone? Yeah.
She's about to check a woman who's just arrived from South Africa. A 2-year working holiday visa allows 1 year of work and 1 year of holiday.
Right, just come with me this way.
The South African woman has already had one of these visas, and now she's back just 1 month later.
Yeah?
Officer Patel wants to find out if the friend waiting to pick up the passenger is just a friend. But it seems being stopped by immigration is all too much for her.
I know you're upset, but it's just, I just have to...
I feel alone now, and I just want to ask you to come back.
Do you want to give her a call? Do you want me to give...
She's at work now.
Okay.
I just want to go home. I don't even want to be here anymore.
Let's grab your bags.
Although the passenger appears to have given up the fight, Officer Patel investigates further to assess her status. First, she calls the passenger's friend waiting in arrivals.
Hi Tom, my name is Sheetal. I'm an immigration officer at Heathrow Airport. So it turns out that the gentleman downstairs, Tom, is the passenger's boyfriend. And when I asked the passenger if it's a boyfriend or a friend, she stated that he is just a friend.
The passenger has lied about who was picking her up. With a boyfriend here, Officer Patel suspects a short visit might turn into something more permanent. Officer Patel calls the restaurant where the passenger has been working.
So she started 25th of June 2007 and departed 26th of Feb, did you say? 2009. Okay.
The manager says the woman worked over 20 months at the restaurant, 8 more than her visa allowed.
It just goes to show that she had a disregard for the restrictions that was put on her. When you do get your working holiday, you are told it's 1 year's holiday, 1 year's work, and she's abused that. Once you abuse something once, you know, you can't be trusted that you're not going to do it again, that's the thing. I've just made a phone call, and they tell me that you were employed from the 25th of June 2007 to the 26th of Feb 2009.
Okay.
Yeah? So that's 20 months.
Okay.
Yeah? Do you understand what that means?
No.
Right. When you were given your working holiday visa, you were told how long you can work for.
Yeah.
And how long were you told?
A year.
Okay. So we've now found out that in fact, you worked for over that time, which means that you breached the restrictions given to you on your working holiday. So after speaking to Tom, yeah, he's told me that, like I asked you at the desk, are you in a relationship or is he just your friend? And you told me he's your friend. But when I asked him, he says he's in a relationship with you. So who's right, who's wrong?
I mean, we want to go in a relationship with us.
Okay. What do you call it?
A thing.
Okay. So
But I would say we're friends.
So you guys have been together as friends, and now you're coming back to see him.
Not necessarily him, but he knows that.
Okay. After speaking to him, he says that you guys are in a relationship. Why would he say that? Because he says he's actually discussed plans with you and stuff.
I don't know.
The passenger is trying to make light of her relationship. For the chief, it doesn't wash.
You can have a certain amount of sympathy when someone's dreams are not going to go or come to fruition this week. But, you know, she has told lies.
Yeah.
You know.
And, you know, she's done it once. We don't know if she's going to do it again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, she can go home first available flight, please.
Come on, then. I'll tell you what's happening, right? We've made the decision and you've been refused entry today.
Just let me stay 1 week and then just let me, after 1 week, I swear on my mother's life, I will go.
Your removal flight is this evening, okay? Your removal flight is tonight at 8:30. At this moment, you are inadmissible to the UK. Therefore, we can't let you go anywhere. So unfortunately, you have to stay with us in detention until your flight. Well, as far as taking you anywhere and put you anywhere else, I can't do that, I'm afraid. It doesn't stop you from coming back. You can still come back. You just need to...
I would never want to come back here.
That's fine.
Never.
That's for you.
The passenger was put on a flight to South Africa later that evening. Coming up, the passenger who